Welcome. In this video, we'll be demonstrating migrating to Oracle using ATAmotion. First, let's create environment profiles for the target. In this session, we'll select Oracle Cloud as the platform type. As we select the platform type, dialog boxes appear that are appropriate for the platform. In this case, Oracle. We create the profile using a friendly name, the Oracle Cloud credentials, along with the site-specific details. And we hit Save, and the Oracle environment target profiles can be used repeatedly. This is a one-time setup. This is the main dashboard for our software. All modules are designed to be used together as a fully automated transformation suite or can be used as standalone. As we are demonstrating, it is very intuitive and one can hover over each icon to get a description of each. Before we launch a job of any type, we must first add it to ATAsphere. In this menu, we have the ability to add hosts either manually or by bulk action. For this demonstration, we'll add hosts manually. We'll add the IP address, and here we're going to choose the previously saved profile for all Windows servers. We'll select Windows and the appropriate infrastructure. For this demonstration, our source infrastructure is ProfitBricks, so we'll choose Cloud. Finally, we'll choose ProfitBricks as our platform type and hit Save. As soon as we hit Save, the validation process begins. We are now checking for all necessary components that need to be in place for us to be successful. We will also add a Linux host for migration, adding in the appropriate information as we did for Windows. And we'll go down to the bottom and hit Save. The validation process also begins for this object. And now we're going to go to our main dashboard, and we can see that both device objects are in the ATAsphere inventory. The icon on the top right corner indicates the validation status. In this case, validation is in progress for both. All the jobs are managed by our job engines. Each job engine has a unique function. In order for the jobs to run, we need to start them up, so we'll do that now. Selecting the home icon brings us back to the ATAsphere device object inventory list. As the job status changes, the object icons change automatically in each case. When the validation job successfully completes, the icon changes as well. Clicking on the device object brings a slide window to display more detail. Now that device objects are validated, we can select device objects from the inventory list. So let's choose both of them and go down into Manage Jobs and select ATAmotion. And we'll choose Direct Target Migration, although there's two types, and we'll proceed. The next window shows you target server configuration. Let's choose Auto Provisioning. Click on the Select Target hyperlink under Target Details to associate the previously created migration schema to the intended target. The migration schema can be used repeatedly for individual migrations or conveniently referenced through an Excel template for bulk migrations. Now we'll select our disk to migrate. You'll have the option to migrate using block or at the file system level. Optionally, you can resize the target disk. If the target disk is the same size as the source or larger, you have the option to use block. However, if the target is smaller, the migration will switch to image. Now let's do the same for a Linux job. Let's select the disk to migrate. For this source, there's only one disk. Click on Initiate Migration to launch all jobs. The device objects are now identified as ATAmotion jobs. Let's go to the job list by selecting the job list icon at the top left. If there are multiple job types running, it is easy to move from one module to another, displaying the job types you are most interested. But for now, let's take a look at how our migration jobs are doing. As jobs progress, the status indicator is automatically updated. Let's have a look at the job details. By clicking on the job status, we will now look at the status dashboard for more detail. The log view provides status from the source, target, and data transfer perspective. All activity is logged, allowing for the viewer to see each stage as it happens in real time. Let's go back to the ATAmotion job list. Let's close out this window, and we want to go back to our job list to see how our Linux job is doing. As each job progresses independently, the status will change. Let's click on the hyperlink and get more status. Here in the log view, we see that there is some activity over on the source event side. Back to the job list, we see that there's been some activity. The target servers have been auto-provisioned. The progress bar will keep you up to date on current progress and the status of each migration job. We've condensed the sequence down to only a few minutes to demonstrate the end-to-end process. Here we're seeing the final log of all the activity. And let's close that out. Both jobs are in different phases of the migration and are independent from one another. Let's go and examine our migration servers from the Oracle Cloud dashboard perspective. We'll log in using our credentials, and the dashboard shows us our resources at a given moment in time. Let's look at our running instances. And here we could see our instances that we migrated from our source over to Oracle Cloud. This concludes the demonstration on migrating to Oracle Cloud using products from ATAdata.